A few days ago, the finale to Loki Season 2 has dropped, and so here are my thoughts on the entire season. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I like to talk about a bunch of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of Loki Season 2. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button and be sure to subscribe. It really helps a lot. And check out some of my other content because I have more on my channel. Check those out when this video is over. With that said, let's just get straight into it with the review. And let's just cut straight to the chase with this one. I thoroughly enjoyed the second season of Loki. What it did so well was that it took everything that I love in season 1 and expands upon it. It does it better. The reactions coming out of people, I feel like most people favor season 1 to season 2. I would disagree with that statement. I would say season 2 is much better than season 1 in my opinion. And I watched the finale last night, and I go, that was really good. That was, like, I am shocked at how good that this Disney Plus show actually is. And so, what do I mean by it takes everything in season 1 and does it better? Let's start with the vibe and the tone that this show inherently has. And so it maintains that same vibe and tone of Loki season 1. It reminded me what I loved about that season, as what the first season just did so well was that it kept you guessing throughout. Like, it had these twists and turns all throughout it. This season has more bigger twists and turns, and it keeps you guessing all throughout it, and all of them work. There's not like that one twist that ruins everything. They all work really well, and it really does keep you guessing. So much so, when we watched a week-to-week episode, when we got to the end of every episode, I'm just like, oh, what's gonna happen next? Oh, I gotta see the next episode. I'm really excited to wait another week. And so it just keeps that, it keeps the tension building, and that's what I want any TV show to do, is to have, by the end of the episode, you want to check out the next episode. With a bunch of these other Disney Plus MCU shows, it just feels like a movie that's split up into 6 parts, or a movie split up into 9 parts. It just feels somewhat like that sometimes. I would say this is really the only TV show that actually, by the end of each episode, makes you want to check out the next episode. It feels like a coherent, consistent TV show, and that's exactly what I wanted this to be, and really every other show to be. You know, with like WandaVision and stuff like that, they did have twists, turns, all that stuff throughout, but I just thought some of them didn't work, especially in the finale of WandaVision. Here in Loki, I think the twists and turns, all of them really work, and it keeps that tension, it keeps it going, it never slows down. That's what I wanted it to do. That's what a TV show should do. And it just never has that slow point. This season has 6 episodes, much like a bunch of the other Disney Plus shows, but it just never slows down at any point in time. With a bunch of these MCU Disney Plus shows, there's always like that 1 week episode or those 2 week episodes where it just comes to slow down a bit to just drop some more exposition. But here, the exposition is part of the pace of this season, as it just keeps going and going and going, and it just never slows down, it never lets up, and so you're always paying attention. You're always paying attention to the things people are saying and everything like that, and that's why I thought, like, this is very well done. And add to that, you just get some fantastic, memorable new additions to the Loki. Of course, you get Kiwi Kwan as OB, and he's a lot of fun in this show. Yeah, just has a bunch of charisma. You have Victor Timely thrown into the mix, a variant of Kang. And I thought He Who Remains was actually made more interesting because of this season. Like, you get like Victor Timely, who's just like there along for the ride. He's a lot of fun. And so you just get some fantastic new additions that are nice sprinkles all throughout the show. And with most of these MCU Disney Plus shows, or with most of these Disney Plus shows in general, they start off good and they start to progress more until the finale, where they just kind of drop the ball at some point. Here, it doesn't do that. It's consistently good. It doesn't mess up in the finale. The finale is satisfying. It's as if it was all planned out exactly how it was, where somebody had a clear vision, wanted to execute it in the way that they could, and did it successfully. And it's well documented that there were no reshoots in the making of Loki Season 2. There were absolutely no reshoots. And that's impressive, because that means they wanted to get from here to here, and they told the journey exactly the way they wanted to. And that's just... I just really enjoy it because of that. And so it doesn't feel like a movie that's directed by a whole bunch of people. Like, this weekend we just got The Marvels. I felt like that was a movie that was not even made by professional movie makers or filmmakers. And even if it did, it feels like it was directed by several different people. Loki Season 2 feels like it was directed, or not directed, but planned out by one singular person, and that's what it was. And with our characters, Loki himself just gets such a satisfying arc and ending. The final thing I want to talk about here is his arc, in which case, by the time you get to the finale, he's a completely different and transformed person than he was at the beginning of the show. And I just thought that was such a great way to close out the show. Like, I don't think we're getting a season 3. I think it's just season 1, season 2. And his resolution at the end is just so good, as he's willing to sacrifice, lose everything he has for the people that he cares about, to give everybody a chance at life. And that's such a satisfying closeout to what they do in here. But even beyond that, all the characters, not just Loki, get a satisfying ending. And I'm not going to go into spoilers or anything, but you get these bittersweet moments where somebody's looking onto what their life would be like without the TVA. Somebody's looking in happiness, and it's just so satisfying. And so, in general, I thought this was a fantastic season, and unlike a bunch of the other Disney Plus shows, I love this season. I did not think I would like an MCU Disney Plus show this much, but I loved it. Definitely go check it out if you haven't already yet, which I highly doubt. And so, there you have it. Those are my thoughts on Loki Season 2. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of it. Click that like button, and be sure to subscribe. It really does help a lot. And check out my other videos. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. I will see you in the next one.